You've said these words every single day of your life, but what if I told you there's a high chance you've never actually heard them? Not truly, because there's a difference between reciting something and experiencing it. And right now, you might be standing in front of Allah, speaking directly to Him without even realizing what you're saying. Let that sink in. 5 times a day, you enter Salah, you raise your hands, you begin, but your mind already somewhere else. Notifications, deadlines, stress, people, money, regret. Your body is present, but your heart is scattered. And then you begin reciting the most important chapter in the Quran, the one without which your prayer doesn't even count. Surah Al Fatiha. But here's the uncomfortable truth. For many people, it's just sound, memorized, repeated, automatic. No weight, no awareness, no connection. And that's the danger. Because when something sacred becomes routine, you stop seeing its power. You stop feeling it, and slowly, you start losing the very connection that was meant to save you. Think about this. The first words you say, Bismillah ir-Rahman ir-Rahim. Before anything else, Allah introduces Himself to you through mercy, not punishment, not anger, mercy, which means before you even speak, you are already being invited back. But do you feel that? Or are you already rushing to the next verse? Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. You say all praise belongs to Allah. But do you actually recognize what you're praising Him for? Your breath, your sight, your ability to stand? Or are you only thinking about what you don't have? Because that's where most people are trapped. Always chasing, always lacking, always comparing. And yet, in that moment, you're declaring, everything I have is from you. That's not just a statement. That's a mindset shift. That's identity. But only if you mean it. Ar-Rahman ir-Rahim. Again, mercy. Why is it repeated? Because you forget, you mess up, you fall, you drift, and instead of returning to Allah, you distance yourself. You assume you're too far gone, so Allah reminds you, again, I am still merciful, not once, twice. But if you rush through it, you miss the reassurance completely. Then comes the line most people don't pause at, Maliki Yawmid Din, Master of the Day of Judgment. This is where everything shifts. Suddenly, it's no longer just about mercy, it's about accountability. There is a day, a real one, where everything you've ignored, everything you've hidden, everything you've delayed will stand in front of you. No filters, no excuses, no distractions, just truth and you. But most people don't feel that weight because they've said it so many times, it no longer feels real. And that's how awareness dies. Then you say something that should completely change your life. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Read that again. You alone. Not your job, not your followers, not your status. Allah. But look at your life. Where does your dependence actually go? When you're stressed, who do you run to? When you're lost, what do you rely on? When you're anxious, where do you escape? Because your actions reveal what you truly depend on, not your words. And that's where the disconnect is. You say one thing in Salah, but live something completely different outside of it. And deep down, you feel it. That gap, that inconsistency, that quiet discomfort. That's your signal. Then you ask, guide us to the straight path, not show us, guide us. Meaning, you already know. Guidance isn't just information, it's consistency, discipline, action. Because knowing the path means nothing if you don't walk it. And here's the reality most people avoid. You don't need more reminders. You need alignment between what you say and how you live, between your salat and your reality. Because Surah Al Fatiha isn't just something you recite, it's something you commit to every single day, multiple times a day, and yet most people finish it without a single moment of awareness. No pause, no reflection, no shift, just repetition. And then they wonder why they feel disconnected, why their salah feels empty, why their iman feels low. But how can something change you if you never actually engage with it? This isn't about memorization. You've already done that. This is about presence, understanding, honesty. Because right now you have two choices. You can keep reciting Al Fatiha the same way you always have, fast, automatic, unaware, or you can slow down, feel every word, understand every meaning, and actually listen to what you're saying to Allah. Because this isn't just a surah. This is your daily conversation with the one who created you. And conversations only matter when both sides are present. So next time you stand in prayer, don't just go through it. Be there. Even if it's just for one prayer, one sincere recitation, one moment of real connection. Because that one moment might be the moment everything starts to change. If this changed your perspective, subscribe, because the next video might change your life.